The impression lots of people might get seeing all of these sort of cases of leaks from government databases is that anyone working at these departments can, walk in at will and access this data and potentially walk away with some quite sensitive information about people from around the country. Why does this keep on happening?
Well, I think there are many reasons attributed to this happening repeatedly. Like, first of all, Taiwan is facing severe national security threats across the strait, and Taiwan is facing a lot of millions of cyber attacks per year. Like in 2021, the data shows that Taiwan faced up to 5 million cyber attacks in a year. And there's another 10% increase in 2022. Another reason is the personal data protection concept in Taiwan is relatively new. And Taiwan only introduced a new personal data bill a decade ago. So I think it still takes time to educate the public to protect their own personal data.
And just how easy is it for someone in this position of power to take this data and use it in a way that isn't legal or is improper?
Well, I think there's a weakness in the Taiwan, the whole ID system, because Taiwan uses this unified ID system. For example, your health ID card, the number of the health ID card is the same as your personal ID card. So once I have some individual's personal ID, I can actually link to other personal information in other systems. So that's one of the weak spots in the whole system. We don't have an independent personal data protection authority at the moment. So there's no coordinated approach to protect personal data.
What controls are in place? I mean, we've talked a little bit about some of the problems that Taiwan's facing, but what actually measures are there in place already to stop these kinds of data leaks?
Well, as I mentioned, we do have laws and regulations, but we need people, we need office to put those regulations in practice. And because those laws and regulations are relatively new, so it takes time to complete the whole legal mechanisms. But from the recent data leaks cases, I think it's really very imperative for us to overhaul the system as soon as possible.
If that's what's need to be done, then why hasn't it happened yet?
Well, that's a very good question. I think people were talking about that, and the government also established a new ministry to tackle the issue. But the new ministry only was established like last August. So I think they have a lot of issues to tackle with. So I'm sure they will be getting into this issue very quickly. And I think the recent data leaks cases are also a warning sign to them, and also to Taiwan, to all the people in Taiwan. So I think with the pressure from the society, they will be tackling the issue quicker than expected, I hope.